The Western countries cannot live without African continent, using our fellow African brothers to destroy ourselves. We want peace in Mali and welcome the dropping of French as an official language in Mali. That is one progressive movement. Doesn't mean French cannot be spoken, but to say we have conquered the imperialists and colonizers and continue to have their languages as official languages is self-imprisonment. We call for peace in the land of Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso, who paid the price of his own blood by the coup orchestrated by the Western. We call for peace in Sudan and reconciliation of the Sudanese people, who are tired to see the silence of the international community towards the continuous bloodshed in the eastern DRC. The Western countries supporting some neighboring countries in DRC to destabilize the eastern DRC. We shouldn't find it exciting that African countries can fight amongst themselves with ease, especially fighting around territorial expansions. Africa is one country, it's not even a continent. These borders we see and we experience here in our continent were imposed on us by the imperialists. No African brother should derive pleasure out of killing other African people. We say this because we are advocating for one Africa with one currency, with one legislature, with one military and one president. Because we believe that these small pockets of countries are the ones that make international communities undermine Africa. Just imagine one president of Russia or America calling all the presidents of all countries to their countries to be addressed by one president. We see that as belittling and undermining our continent. We believe that if we have one currency based on our mineral and natural resources, it will be one such a strong currency, and it will place Africa firmly on the international table. Here in South Africa, you must be rest assured that next year we're going to elections and we're going to take power. And there is no coalition that is going to be formed because the EFF is going to be a government alone. We require no one to come and be part of us because the ANC is corrupt to the core and cannot be salvaged. DA is racist to the core and cannot be helped. And the rest of other political formations are formed by multinational companies to protect their interests in this country. It is the Oppenheimers, the Ruperts, who put their money behind certain black faces to create an impression that there is an emerging alternative and sponsor those non-existing political parties with millions of money so that they can continue their control of South Africa. The EFF, since its formation, has never dropped. It is the only organization in South Africa that has been growing. And even the latest research shows that the EFF has surpassed the ANC in the Western Cape and in many other provinces of South Africa. So you can be rest assured, you are not talking to a government in waiting here today. You are talking to government in Ekurhuleni Metro. You are talking to government in Nelson Mandela Metro. You are talking to government in Johannesburg Metro. You are talking to government in eThekwini Metro. You are talking to government in Mogale City Municipality. So when we say to you that we are taking over government next year, it's not a rhetorical question. It is a clear declaration based on a scientific research conducted by people who are not aligned to the EFF. So next year, be rest assured that all of you who are here, we may be hosted in a different place just next door here, where the government seats. Stop this thing of taking out our clean energy, our clean coal to outside countries and leaving us here with a dirty coal and being told we are polluting. The pollution, whether it happens in China, whether it happens in the UK, whether it happens in Germany, whether it happens in the USA, is going to affect us even here in South Africa. So why is there a story that we must not use coal in South Africa, yet we see tons, millions and millions of tons being taken out of South Africa? Where are they going? The story should not be less